It's day 4 of the 2022 AWA Product Showcase. Today, we're going to finish this 4-day show with 13 amazing products that are all in contention for a coveted AWA award and those special recognition for best in class, innovator, disruptor, and the highly sought after Vanguard Award. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started with the show and kick off our first product for today. Every year, the AWA Awards attracts new products, innovators, disruptors, and Curtis DeGrout is coming to market with an amazing product called Market Point. And I'm so happy for Curtis because I know how passionate he is for software development. I know he understands automotive retail inside and out. And this new platform is the answer that dealers have been looking for life cycle management to really increase the lifetime value of every customer. The problem with lifecycle management is that there's so many elements of the dealer's touch points in sales and service, leasing and buyback, and equity mining. All of these elements are normally done by different tools. When you have different tools, you have different data silos, they don't talk to each other. So what ends up happening is certain customers get duplicate messages. Sometimes those messages conflict with each other, or the customer doesn't get the right message at the right time. And how many times have you received something in the mail for a car that was sold? Or I recently serviced my car, and about a week later, 10 days later, there was an offer to bring my car in for service. These wasteful marketing efforts are not just about the money that was generated by these marketing campaigns, but it's the impression the customer gets about the dealership. If you want to win the trust and loyalty of a customer, you have to respect their time. You have to send them relevant communications, and you need to pursue them when it's important for them to service or handle a recall. And Market Point is that complete lifecycle management product that integrates into DMS, into CRM, into digital retailing tools, into service schedulers, and provides a multi-channel communication platform to communicate with more consumers, to engage more consumers, which of course will increase the loyalty and lifetime value of each customer in the dealer's DMS. So let's have Curtis tell the story. He knows this software inside and out. It's a lifelong dream to bring a product to market, and Market Point is an amazing platform that's new this year. So let's look at the highlights from Curtis's presentation to the AWA research team.
Welcome to Market Point, the automated consumer lifecycle management platform. There's 3 problems today that plague the dealership. Number 1, salespeople just don't follow up with the prospect usually more than three times. Number 2, the salesperson is rarely or on special occasion actually able to follow up with their past customers. And 3, they can't really efficiently create an upgrade offer for past customers, especially those service-only customers that didn't buy from the dealership, because it's a massive task. And we're going to show you what this looks like. Now, 57% of your database are customers that didn't even buy from your dealership. So they bought from another dealership. And so those are a big focus of what we're going to talk about today on how to do a total database strategy for lifecycle marketing to bring those customers to your dealership. So when you look at our email system, you can see that we're using the bonded server called SendGrid, which is owned by Twilio. And we get about 32% open rates, about 12% higher than the national average in automotive. And what we really get a strong click-through rate of 16% which when compared to 2 or 3%, which is the norm, is a very strong rate. And where they're going is to the consumer portal. And so that consumer portal is an ad tracking experience. And what you'll find with that is we're able to, in their garage portal, we're able to track exactly who logged in, who updated their vehicle, who left personal feedback, who shopped these cars, who favorited an inventory item, who said to raise their hand and said, I'm ready now, or I'm ready in a few months, etc. And who've used their service history. Now, we know that you don't need another tool for your salespeople to log into. So what we've done is we've designed the system to have the ability for them to log in, but then it sends a roll-up email of everything that the consumer did on the consumer portal, and it delivers it directly into their email inbox. So they always know what has gone on. Next, we're taking that same automated customer portal system and we're tying it to your website. So we're able to identify the people that are landing on your website in real time and immediately create a consumer portal for those customers and then send out a communication directly to those customers literally in real time. Now, why are we doing this? We're doing this because we want all of your website visitors to have a consumer portal where their vehicles can live, where they can shop with their equity, and all the benefits that your customers get. When they come into the store, we have in-store presentations. The first one I'll talk about is the KBB Instant Cash offer that's integrated with the VIP appraisal. Now, that's a one-click appraisal, which we'll show you, and it simply takes the market value of the vehicle, the reconditioning cost, and it brings the true vehicle value into a check that's good for 7 days. You can literally, with one click, buy every single service vehicle that comes through your lane because we value the entire database. Next, you've got the multitude of documents, the VIP upgrade and the VIP inventory. A lot of people are using these as a first pencil opportunity to try to get that payment out of the customer and find out where they want to be, then go back to the desk, tell them, and the desk manager works the deal from there. And so the VIP upgrade is a with trade scenario, VIP inventory without a trade scenario. And that's all you need to know about that. And the next thing that you're going to see is a salesperson's mobile application. So obviously they're not at their desk. They're not always ready in a position to help a customer. So now we're putting all of the customers, all of the appointments, the open ROs, and even the scans that are happening on the service drive with your alignment and tire tread measurement machines, all in the hands of the salesperson. And if you have people selling in service, they can have it as well. It's faster than going through the DMS. You get your data, you get your offers, you get it immediately rather than 12 to 20 minutes later. So that's the salesperson mobile application. Then we move into analytics. Analytics is we're basically calculating the analytics every single night. Those analytics give us the opportunity to see the sales by customer type, by channel, whether it's a program sale versus the total sales of the dealership, the trade-in details, what we call deal review, the gross from the sale, whether they under allowed or over allowed, all of that's contained within the system. Dashboard. So you can see here when you log into the dashboard, the customer, the salesperson has access to all the real-time alerts as they're coming in. So you can see this customer shopped, this customer logged in, this one updated their information. So they're connecting at home with your dealership through their personal portal. Here you can see the appointments, the open ROs, everything that's going on in the dealership. And of course, you can click through to any profile of that particular customer. On the right-hand side, you can see who had birthdays, anniversaries, and referrals today. And then, of course, when you go into marketing, got that screen brought up here. You can see all the purchase. So we do in advance what we know in advance. And in this case, we've got the purchase upgrades. We've got the lease upgrades. We've got your extended warranty and factory warranty expirations here. Service conversions are over here. Service buyback. So that's how that works. Next thing is the in-service. So as you can see, in services, service appointments, open ROs, closed ROs. This is all live data, or near live, I should say. It's every 5 minutes. We're getting the information coming out of the DMS in a live fashion all day long. It's updated. As you can see, there's different categories of customers, from lease customers to service. The green is lease, the blue and the black are service customers. So you got a mix. All of these customers, you have the ability to literally click on their profile. So I just clicked on this one here, Angelica, and this person, I can see the entire profile of this person, when their referral request went out to them, their birthday, their anniversary, factory warranty, marketing. I can even look at the, if I go here and I click buy it, it'll generate this print document. That's that one page, one click print with the check. automatically just to get going. If I wanted to click on marketing or upgrade it, it's going to take me into the inventory page, which if I could get to it here, thank you. The inventory page, which will show the vehicle in the left sidebar. Their negative equity in this case is rolled into, these are all used cars in the inventory, but every single payment here is including that negative, including tax, title, license, registration, but it's also including that negative equity. And then of course here I can go here and select the new, and as you see with the new, that it's automatically going to calculate those new payments. As you can see here, this is loan and lease payments. So all of the new inventory and soon to come used inventory have loan and lease payments calculated on it. We have the ability to send out on demand these emails, but also we can look at the fact that customers already received these emails. But this gives us an opportunity to look at what the payment structure would be for them right now. And of course, we're bringing in the Honda Financial leases there. We've got the loans here also through Honda Financial. And then when we go ahead and either send out a marketing offer to buy their vehicle, which we talked about earlier, this is an example of the email, what the email looks like. So here's the appraisal, what that appraisal looks like, your estimate's completed. We talk about the reconditioning cost. And of course, that breaks down what the reconditioning costs are, and then log into your garage portal. If I click that button, I also have dealership links here, but if I click that button, it's going to take me into this screen right here. Now I'm in the consumer portal right now, and the consumer portal buyback screen specifically. So if they click here, it starts an email to the salesperson. The next email I'll show you is the new car upgrade email. So that looks like this when the customer receives it, and it's got the monthly payments, both loan and lease calculated here. It's also got the customer's card, just like the other profile did, tax, title, license, registration, burning gas quote. When I click this login button, it's automatically going to take me to this screen. So this is what we call the internal VDPs, but it's really the consumer portal VDP. You can see their trade is already included in this. Then we're asking them, the first question is, are you ready now? We've got loan, we've got lease options here. They can go in here and they can say, I'm ready now. And they can say sooner, later, future. They can text us whatever they want, call me, text me. They can go into inventory, and just by clicking here, my vehicle's in the left sidebar. You'll see every single payment here is going to include that negative equity for the entire inventory for the dealership, both new and used. So I can pick either one. And so one other thing, I can go in here, I can look at the reviews for the dealership, 4 and 5 star reviews. I can look at my own vehicles just by clicking on the vehicle tab here. I can literally edit it, update my finance, view my service history here, which, as you can see here, this guy's spent a little bit of money on this car. But the biggest thing that you're coming up with here is an opportunity to upgrade. And so all of this, the salesman's riding along with them right here. As you can see, there's Jesse. I've got my vehicles, I've got the inventory, I've got the reviews, I've got everything I need to make a decision on what I want to upgrade.
I hope this overview video whet your appetite to contact Curtis and his sales team to learn more about MarketPoint. We spend so much money and energy talking about sales goals each month, but I wish there was more focus on retention goals, communication goals, and lifetime value reporting, because it's so much cheaper to retain a customer than to acquire a new one. So MarketPoint is new to market, and the integrations, the development, and performance are perfectly aligned with dealers who want to be different and focus on maximizing lifetime value. If you need more information or you want to schedule a demo, just go to marketpoint.io. I'm excited to introduce to dealers this year Sales AI from Impel. Impel is the new name for SpinCar. And as the company renamed itself, I'm so excited that they're bringing a product that really fits an important need for dealers today. Dealers receive many communications and leads from their various sources. And according to Impel, over 40% of those leads come when the dealership is closed. Sales AI is the next generation automated lead response with natural language learning and intelligent responses that allow consumers to feel that a real person is responding. The software will read the questions and respond, meaning if the customer asks 3 questions in the email, Sales AI will answer all 3 questions. In fact, at the recent Automotive CXO Summit in Nashville, a number of the members of our dealer group executive committee said that Sales AI has been working amazing in their dealer group. And that's really important because outside of the claims that companies make, it's great to see that the technology is working in the dealership. Imagine whether you have a BDC or a round robin sales department or don't have after hours coverage, Sales AI can jump in, engage, and really supplement your lead response. Remember, consumers will move on if they don't get a response quickly. And even though I've been encouraging dealers to reduce the number of forms on their website and engage in conversational commerce, we still see a number of leads coming in after hours or in busy times during the day. Those responses can be 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour or 2 later. Sales AI fixes that problem. Since the product integrates with all CRMs and has a deep advanced learning technology, as the software works and works, it gets smarter and smarter all the time to actually give smarter answers to your customers. So let's look at highlights from Sales AI to see if this is a perfect fit to help you be more operationally efficient and create a faster, more, relevant response to consumers who are contacting your dealership.
Really, when you look at internet lead handling for dealerships, there's really 3 main areas of concern and issue. Regardless of how buttoned up the BDC or the sales team might be, there's still 3 areas that are really kind of tough to solve for without some sort of AI, right? And the first area of issue is that roughly about 45% of a dealership's leads, and these are industry averages, are going to be submitted when the dealership's closed, right? The second issue is that roughly about 35% of all leads are actually good leads, but they're just in the market for an extended buying cycle, which we kind of categorize as outside of 14 days. And what we find here is that the leads that live outside of 14 days, as far as decision making or buying a vehicle, tend to live outside of the time or the capacity that a salesperson or BD agent at the dealership has to follow up to them with them to the point of which they're having a serious conversation or making a buying decision. And the third issue is that roughly about 30% of all leads, for whatever reason, it's kind of hard to pinpoint, Beth, they're just never going to respond, right? For whatever reason, just not a great lead source or not a great lead, whatever the reason, they're just never going to respond. And that's a ton of really good, human resource time wasted, almost a third of the person's time wasted following up with leads that are never going to engage. So here's why dealers are going to want to introduce Sales AI into their process. Sales AI is going to respond instantly, 24/7, 365 to every single internet lead that flows into the CRM. And not for the sake of responding just quickly like an autoresponder. It's also going to respond thoughtfully, having the ability to intelligently answer questions across 40 different topics, always pushing to move the deal forward so it can have a complete back and forth conversation, complete dialogue with the shopper, all the way to being able to schedule an appointment with that shopper 24/7 directly in the CRM. For the 35% of leads that are in the market for an extended buying cycle, the AI is going to work every single lead for 51 days. So again, the scenario, if my lease comes up in February and the AI is going to follow up with me on a strict 51-day cadence with 17 different touch points, within those 51 days to try and peak some sort of engagement. And at the moment that I respond, or the moment that I engage with the AI is going to be able to have that back and forth. And we're also going to alert and keep the BD agents or the salespeople in tune with what the AI is doing by notifying them all along the way. And then the AI is going to be going through and following up with all of the other leads that may have not responded yet. And the moment that they do, or the moment that they ask a low funnel buying question, we're going to get that salesperson that's assigned to that involved right away. The AI has the ability to both email and text customers depending on what comes in with that lead. If it's a textable number, we can send them a text. If it's an email, obviously we're going to email. And if we have both, we will actually send both instantly through both mediums. And whatever medium that shopper decides to engage with first is the medium that the AI will take going forward. We get an inventory feed from the inventory provider. We obviously also get a web feed from the web provider. And then we also buy OEM build data for every vehicle. So from those three feeds, we normalize the data in a way that the AI is able to understand it. That way, if a lead comes in at 10 o'clock at night and says, hey, I was wondering if this Toyota Corolla has a panoramic sunroof, leather seats, and Apple CarPlay, for instance, and I'm just throwing something out there. The AI is able to read that, understand it, and respond instantly and say, hey, Beth, thanks for your inquiry on this vehicle. Happy to say it does have a panoramic sunroof, leather seats, and Apple CarPlay. When would you like to come in and schedule an appointment? And if you respond and say, Saturday at 10 a.m. works, the AI is going to respond instantly. Okay, Beth, I'm scheduling your appointment for Saturday at 10 a.m. One of our available salespeople will be happy to assist you the moment you come in. And schedule that appointment directly in the CRM. What it's able to also do is, again, read the feed and understand what's in inventory, and then be able to serve up links to VDPs in its response. So it may give you 3 or 5 different options for F-150s based on, again, what that inquiry is around and what vehicles are available on the lot. Best case scenario, lead comes in, the AI is able to answer all of those questions that the person has and able to set the appointment. So the AI does that, and it's going to say, again, Beth, I'm scheduling your appointment for Saturday at 10 a.m. Also, what it's going to do in that confirmation email or text that it sends to the shopper is also going to try and confirm a potential trade-in that you might have. So it's going to tell you and confirm the appointment, and then say, by the way, Beth, do you have a current vehicle that you're considering trading in? So again, we're going to try and capture as much information as we can for the salesperson and hand that off to them when we get it. And then the other thing that the AI is going to do, which is simple yet really effective to try and help increase the show rate, it's automatically going to send a calendar invite to that shopper for their appointment at the dealership. I'll give you the scenario here. Lead comes in. And sales AI, the question is, hey, I've done all, or the inquiry is, hey, I've done all my research on this vehicle, this Toyota Tacoma. Give me your best 3-year lease pricing, 12,000 miles a year, everything rolled in, taxes included. I want to sign and drive. Well, obviously at that point, I'm so low funnel that you don't want the AI like trying to negotiate or close them on that, right? So what we're going to do is respond instantly to that shopper and say, hey, Zach, I'm going to get my leasing specialist involved, and he's going to reach out to you with that custom lease quote. What's the best number to reach you? And then in real time, as the AI is answering the shopper, it's then sending a text message and an email alert to the assigned BD agent or sales rep or both for that lead, and letting them know your sales expertise is needed for this customer. And in that notification via email and text, it's going to show them what I said as a shopper that prompted that sales handoff, or that TO, if you will. So now, right on my cell phone, if I'm walking the lot, or if I'm a BD agent at my desk, in my email, I'm going to have that alert that says, hey, we've answered some questions, or hey, this person's out of the gate asking a buying question, you need to jump in. So from that alert that they get via email and text, they're going to be able to jump right in and use a link to respond as the AI to give that person their answer. What the AI is going to do 24 hours after the AI performs that sales handoff is it's automatically going to follow up with the customer. And it's going to say, hey, Zach, by the way, did you hear from our leasing specialist yesterday with that custom lease quote? And if the person says, yes, I'm working with Beth at the dealership, she got me over that information, we're working on the deal right now, it's going to say, great, glad to hear, let me know if you have any other questions or anything I can help you with, and kind of shut itself down. Unless the person does, again, respond. If the answer is no, though, no, it's been 24 hours and I haven't heard from anybody at the dealership on that lease quote, the AI is going to automatically apologize and say, oh, sorry, I'm going to get back with my team and get somebody to reach out to you as soon as possible. And then it's going to reroute that notification back to the salesperson via email and text and let them know, hey, you've got a potential losing opportunity because Zach hasn't gotten his questions answered within 24 hours. And it's also going to escalate it to the manager. So now we've got two sets of eyes on what we would consider a potential losing opportunity because Zach, myself, right, didn't get the lease quote that he had asked for 24 hours ago. This may be one of the best parts about this AI is that everything that it does is going to live and breathe directly in the CRM. So all of the communication that it's having with the customer, they're going to have the salesperson or BD agent's going to have links within their CRM to be able to communicate as the AI or stop the AI from communicating. So they're going to have really complete control and vision and clarity into what the AI is doing directly in the CRM, which is where they're spending most of their day, which is also a differentiator from maybe some of the other competitors in the AI space, is that we have that direct integration with the major CRMs, Vin Solutions, Dealer Socket, eLead, Reynolds and Reynolds, also ProMax now. So being able to have the ability to quickly and more importantly, probably thoughtfully respond and engage and have that back and forth with the customer will lead to a higher conversion rate overall for the dealership. This lead comes in at 5:35 in the afternoon, just a general inquiry on a vehicle here. So we respond instantly. Hi, Russell, it's Victoria from Mercedes-Benz of Daytona Beach. I do show the 2020 Mercedes-Benz E-Class is in stock. However, I want to verify it hasn't been sold yet. At any point you feel like you need to know more about the vehicle or the buying process, I'm here to help in any way. So ask away. Is this the best number to reach you? And then sends a link to the VDP. So this is obviously a Mercedes store. So one of the benefits of the AI as well is that you can customize your kind of tone or your personality of the AI. So for like a Mercedes store, you might want to have it more buttoned up and business like, kind of like you see here, or you can have it be more casual. As you go to build kind of the personality in the back end dashboard of the AI, you're going to have a series of questions and multiple types of responses that you can choose for each topic that kind of give the AI its personality. So this one kind of here seems a little bit more buttoned up and business-like. So then it signs off as Victoria. Russell responds and says, I'd appreciate pictures of the interior if possible. This is my personal cell phone. Thank you. So we respond a couple minutes later and say, thanks for your reply. I'll let my team know this, meaning the cell phone. And then the AI is intelligent enough to understand that he wanted to only see interior pictures of this vehicle. So we go to the feed and pull just the interior photos and send them off to him in an email within 2 minutes. And the whole goal behind this is if we can if the AI can help make every salesperson or BD agent at the dealership 10 to 15% more productive by doing this type of blocking and tackling for them and allow them to focus on the good leads that they're working and be on the phone, that's going to have outsized returns for the dealership.
I hope that short video overview encouraged your team to look further into sales AI. According to the company, some of their customers have seen a 100% increase in engagement with their leads and a 30% increase in overall conversion. Those type of numbers should scream increased profits and customer satisfaction. So if you'd like a full demo of this advanced technology, go to impel.io. Dealers who are looking for a smarter advertising solution can turn to Vintelligent CRM retargeting platform from Impel, formerly SpinCar. let's set the stage for what the product does. Dealers are familiar with retargeting. Visitors to their website could be retargeted. That's where we started in the industry. And then I encourage the industry just to retarget people who are engaged in shopping activities. And again, the dealers had to trust that the agency was using the proper signals and then following the consumers on the most popular websites and destinations where retargeting ads could be displayed. Impel takes this to the next level by integrating CRM data, DMS data, website data. The company uses all of those shopping signals, buying signals, and service history data to decide when to and where to retarget consumers for service and sales. This intelligent platform reduces waste by increasing the accuracy of the targeting used by ad platforms. Spray and pray, we know, is inefficient. So let's take a look at the video highlights about this intelligent retargeting platform that uses all your dealership data plus advanced analytics to help you sell more cars and service in a digital age.
We have really a world-class retargeting campaign that we run that gets very, very granular, especially when the shop or when the dealership is using our merchandising on their site. So as you can kind of see here, we identify much higher value shoppers by having them go through different layers. So first, how they sort the SRP, what vehicles they look at, what price range, et cetera, to get more of a general idea of what they're in the market for. Then we'll look at the VDPs that they're visiting, how long they're looking at each individual VDP. If they have spin car merchandising on their site, then we're able to look at that VDP engagement from a merchandising perspective. What hotspots are they looking at? If they have feature tour, what different feature videos and content are they viewing about that particular VIN? And essentially what we're able to do is create a mini VDP that's going to follow that person all across the web once they leave the dealership site to try and engage them to come back, and fully capable of embedding the 360 interactive spin, which is also interactive in the ad at no charge. They're able to spin that vehicle inside the ad unit without having to go to the VDP. When they click on any of these features, icons that we're able to pipe in, they would then be driven to the VDP, or if they click view now, but essentially again, making a mini VDP. So we've got access to prime inventory all across the web. So we work with 26 different private ad exchanges to cover 94% of all available ad space on the web. And the reason I'm saying this is because this is the same access to inventory that we have with our CRM retargeting and our inventory acquisition campaign. So you can expect to see them at the top of ESPN, CNN, Fox News, Yahoo, weather.com, all the way to the other end of the spectrum, which for me would be, I get my local news on Syracuse.com, which is a local station, right? Mm-hmm. We can also embed our ads to those types of networks as well. So full-fledged, full coverage, and a much higher viewable ad unit compared to what else might be available out there, like this ad down here on the side that's really more just general branding. We have access to mobile ad units as well. Again, this is the VIN retargeting, but just to kind of show you the different access to inventory. We have access to video ads. So if I'm on ESPN before I maybe see a highlight of a basketball game or a football game, I'm going to be taken through a video kind of slideshow ad for the dealership. Again, in this case is the VIN, but we have access to pipe in the different campaigns into those as well that we have as far as CRM and inventory acquisition. And then lastly, the final avenues through email. And this isn't like an email that the dealership would send directly to the customer. This is us buying ad space in subscription style emails. So this example here, I get an email every Friday that, from New York Times Cooking is what to cook this weekend. But before I can even see, this multi-layered cake or whatever it might be, I'm looking at this Mark Wahlberg Chevy Silverado 1500 with all the bells and whistles appropriate towards getting me to click on that ad. So again, that's kind of the inventory access that we have. But to take you through the inventory acquisition and CRM retargeting campaigns or campaigns that we have, really what you'll see here is, and this has been a widespread problem for a while now, and obviously you guys are probably well aware of it more than anybody, but obviously because of the chip shortages, there's a massive inventory shortage across the country, right? So dealers are really kind of struggling to fill their lots at an affordable price, right, without having to pay an arm and a leg at auction. So what we've done as this kind of happened is put our heads together with some of our dealerships and created a campaign geared towards directly purchasing vehicles from consumers, right? So direct from consumer sale, where we're going to build custom creative. However the dealership would like it, we'll work with them to build the creative. But essentially, we're going to use the platform that we have and the ad exchanges that we work with to now try and acquire inventory directly from consumers. And the way that we do it is we're going to look at the CRM database and the list of emails that dealership has from, we can look at it from a number of different ways. If somebody's just generally bought a vehicle in the past, if they've bought a vehicle within the last 3 years, if they've done service, a number of different metrics that we're going to look at and then use to target these people with these all-time high trade-in value ads, saying that we're going to buy for 20% above Kelley Blue Book or 3,000 above market value, to be able to try and get these people who've done business with the dealership in the past to click, and we can either create a custom landing page or drive them to a certain landing page on the site, maybe the trade-in appraisal, to try and get them to acquire some more inventory directly from their consumer. So instead of having to go to, and I'll scroll down just so you can see an example of this on a website, but instead of having to go to auction and pay $3,000-$5,000 over what you normally would for a vehicle, right? Now we're going to use this campaign to try and source it directly from consumer, and it's going to be pennies compared to what you would have to do it at auction, right? So the price, so the way that the pricing works for this is it's a pay-per-click model, right? So the dealership's not paying for 100,000 or 500,000 impressions to go out. We're going to serve tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of impressions, and the dealership is only ever going to pay when that consumer actually clicks on the ad and is driven directly to that landing page on the site. So really, it's a dealer-friendly pricing model. We're going to go after all of the people that have already done business with them, that may have a potential lease coming up or may have a vehicle that they've got to trade in, and try and drive as many of those direct-to-consumer sales as possible for the dealership. So similar to that, we also have fixed ops retargeting, what we call it. And again, very similar. We'll use the CRM database, existing customer database, to target customers with service ads based off of when they might have bought a vehicle, right? So we'll create the creative or work with the dealership again to create these ads and drive customers to the service scheduling page to schedule appointments. So as you can see here, same type of thing, $1.79 cost per click. So very friendly pricing model for the dealership. And what we tend to see usually, and this will be for any dealership that has the database of customer emails, is what we'll do is we'll scrub that list before we start to serve the impressions to people. And what we find is that there's roughly about a 65% match rate of all of the emails, meaning they're good, active emails. So we'll typically see that, and we'll do all of that on our end. We'll obtain the list of emails from the dealership. We'll scrub it, find the ones that are active, match them up, and then start to serve ads directly to those people on all of their devices, right? So you can see here, this is just a few examples of what an oil change special might be, or brake pads installed, tire rotation, multi-point inspections, etc. So we'll start to serve these out again through our massive network to try and drive more ROs to the dealership for $1.79.
Dealers know that customers that service or purchase at their dealership have a high likelihood of being a repeat customer. And dealers also know that, well, when people come to their website and shop, the more they can keep their brand in front of that shopper, the higher the likelihood that they may come in and test drive and purchase a car. And that's where the Vintelligent CRM retargeting platform comes in. If you'd like more information on how this advertising strategy can fit within your other advertising strategies, just go to set up an appointment at impel.io. We're proud to welcome Drivonic to the 2022 AWA Awards consideration set. Even though this company has been on the market and maybe under the radar for a number of years, their platform is impressive and presents an amazing opportunity for dealers who want to supplement and complement their existing digital advertising strategy. Let's set the base. Over the years, this company, through its partnership and unique first-party data, has collected over 300 million residential data components for residents in the United States and Canada, and over 100 million data points for vehicles. The combination of their proprietary data and multiple email addresses for consumers, for example, over the years, I probably have had 5, 6, or even 7 email addresses. Most of those would be in the Drivonic database. Why is this important? Because depending on dealers' DMS data or CRM data, they know when they load up that data into Facebook or Google, the match rates can be, well, at times very low. But when you can create a unique identity graph for each individual in the United States, knowing which car they drove, over the history of their car buying experience, which email addresses and phone numbers they've used over the lifetime of their car buying history, you create a unique data set that can be deployed for different areas of the business. You need more service customers because you're a new point? Drivonic can help. You need to conquest competitors by using unique geo-targeting? Well, they can help. You need more customer acquisition by targeting competitors' vehicles or vehicles that are ready to trade in. Drivonic can help. The idea behind their platform is that they're not VIN-specific advertising like so many people. They're creating advertising messages about the dealership, the experience, and what customers are saying about the dealer's sales experience. Leveraging reviews, social media, Google Ad Network, video marketing, Drivonic creates a unique strategy to get more customers into the dealership's showroom. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at the highlights of the presentation that Drivonic did to the AWA research team, and I'll let you come to your own conclusion.
At Drivonic, we're driven to deliver actionable insights that help our clients know more, connect more, and sell more. Let's start with a simple question. Who's the hardest customer for your team to reach? That's easy. It's the customer that you know nothing about. These customers live in your PMA but have never done business with your dealership. Whether they drive the makes and models you sell and service or the ones you take in daily on trade, these are new customers waiting to be connected with your dealership. And at Drivonic, we're on it. Drivonic is a leading data and technology partner for the automotive industry. We've spent over a decade building and delivering solutions that solve the challenges our OEM, agency, and dealer partners face on a daily basis. At Drivonic, we don't guess. We know your customers. Our audience intelligence platform allows us to know who they are, where they're shopping, and most importantly, we know how to target them and connect them to your message effectively and efficiently. DriveOnic's Identity Graph houses more than 300 million consumer records and over 160 million VIN-specific records, all inside of our secure zero-knowledge data repositories. But it's not just about our data. It's also about your dealership's first-party data as well. We allow our partners to securely onboard their data sets into a dedicated data repository where they can use our robust suite of tools to deliver valuable audience insights at the click of a button. This allows our clients to refine, refresh, and expand their own first-party data sets while ensuring their data is safe, secure, and at their fingertips whenever they need access. Here's an example of DriveOnic's Identity Graph versus the data you have at your dealership. On one side, your dealership's CRM or DMS houses basic information like your customer's name, VIN number, make and model of what they drive, and maybe an address, phone number, or an email address. Boosted by DriveOnic's Identity Graph, we can help provide additional touch points to your customers. We'll add in up to 8 targetable email addresses, mobile ad IDs, IP addresses, hash-encrypted emails, and even persistent IDs for most major media platforms. Essentially, you'll go from a few touch points for each customer to up to a dozen or more ways to reach and engage your past customers and new potential audience prospects. But that's not even the best part. Our platform also aggregates shopper intent signals across millions of searches on a daily basis. This allows us to know which of your customers and prospects are actively shopping online daily. And if a campaign or initiative calls for data outside of our core datasets, our Identity Graph is mapped to some of the industry's most trusted data partners, which allows DriveOnic to serve as a centralized repository for the secure storage, hygiene, and distribution of all our partners' data assets. So, did you get that? That means we protect your data and keep it safe and secure, while also ensuring it stays refreshed and hygiened. Now that you know about DriveOnic's one-of-a-kind audience platform, you might be wondering how we get your message in front of the right customer on the right device at the perfect time. At DriveOnic, we're on it. No matter where your customers are shopping, DriveOnic's media distribution platform assists our partners in seamlessly deploying your message across every digital channel while connecting with consumers across all of their devices. We help you deliver your personalized message while creating the right micro moments of relevance on the consumer's path to purchase. Our media distribution platform includes a suite of results-based programs and products that help dealers overcome some of the biggest pain points in the dealership. We provide solutions that find and acquire new customers for sales, reactivate previous customers and acquire new ones for the service drive, reconnect with missed opportunities for sales and service, and we can even hijack your competitors' customers and bring them to your dealership's site and showroom. Whatever the objective, we've got a solution to deliver the outcome you expect. And if that's not enough to pique your interest, you should know that DriveOnic is recognized as the automotive leader in the fight against non-human bot-driven click fraud. DriveOnic's platform works to protect your media budgets and ensure ad delivery to real local humans through the use of deterministic data and real-time click-level filters. So, what does that mean for you? It means if it isn't live human traffic, we flag it, monitor it, and remove the supply-side sources to make sure every dollar you allocate to your media budget delivers you maximum ROI. But like the saying goes, close only counts when no one's looking. So why would guessing what's working for your dealership ever be acceptable? We like to say data doesn't lie, people do. That's why we built our analytics reporting platform. It gives you access to your campaigns at the touch of a finger. Our reporting platform allows for the verification of linear metric-driven attribution as well as direct one-to-one sales attribution. Our platform is timely, accurate, and accessible anytime, anywhere. DriveOnic's suite of business and intelligence solutions give you and your team insights into campaign and program performance across all traditional and digital channels in an unbiased, transparent way. This is why DriveOnic serves as a third-party verification partner for many of our OEM and agency partners. Even when we don't distribute or manage the media, they trust us to oversee the reporting and verification of results. At DriveOnic, we provide robust data and audience management, targeted programs and products to deliver your message and drive sales and service revenue, and real-time transparent reporting. All so you can know more, connect more, and sell more. Because at DriveOnic, we're on it.
DriveOnic is a powerful tool to help dealers and agencies connect dealership brand promises with in-market shoppers. DriveOnic is an agency tool or is available for large dealer groups. For example, PCG Digital is a reseller for the DriveOnic platform. So if you're a large dealer group that does marketing internally, or you're an agency looking for a platform that can specifically help car dealers connect with more in-market shoppers, I encourage you to get a full demonstration of the DriveOnic platform, and you can do that at driveonic.com. It's great to see Outsell back in the AWA consideration set. Mike Wethington and his team were one of the first companies we reviewed that had proven AI applications in automotive digital marketing. In fact, Outsell's technology platform is used at a number of OEMs, both at Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Now, let's get into the heart of the program. We know that the right message at the right time to the right person is so critical to have effective marketing. But that's very difficult when in a dealer's DMS, there's different points and consumers are at in their buying or ownership life cycle. And tell you the truth, it's quite complicated. I have a car that's over a year old with 2,000 miles. I surely don't want to get email messages or direct mail printed offers assuming that my car already has 10,000 miles because it's 18 months old. This is the heart of what Outsell is trying to solve. Using shopping signals on the dealer's website, DMS data, which is service and sales records, and other data points, creating a unique identity graph for each person in the dealer's DMS. This allows the company to send accurate, relevant message along their life cycle to create higher engagement. For example, new this year is the addition of adding text messaging to the communication cycle, enhanced equity offers. We know that consumers, because of the value of cars, have changed significantly. Cars are in different equity positions than previously ever thought possible. And of course, better communication tools to allow dealers to customize the message along the way. This is an automated platform. And the thing that makes Outsell so powerful, once the business rules are set up, Outsell does all the heavy lifting. That's why their retention rate on their platform is so high. When dealers see the high quality messages that are being sent out, when they see the attribution and reporting about the engagement and revenue of customers that were touched by Outsell campaigns, the dealers have absolutely full confidence that the technology is working. Remember, the data points of a consumer's life cycle over the ownership of 1, 2, 3 cars at a dealership is quite complex. And, well, humans can't compile and execute marketing based on all that data. And that's why one of the first companies to properly execute and demonstrate the success of their technology was Outsell. But don't take my word for it. Let's look at some of the highlights from their presentation to the AWA review team so you could see just how far Outsell has taken the automation of proper messaging to automotive customers.
My name is Eric Wills with Outsell. I am introducing the Outsell platform today. Over the last 5 or 6 years, we've had quite a bit of enhancements to the program. Today, I'm going to walk you through all of the different elements that we are providing, including some of the newest technologies that we've created, enhancements for the different dealerships that we work with across the board. To get started, when you log into the Outsell platform, you're going to see the consumer lifecycle journey. This circle of life, so to speak, is everything you'll see within the Outsell program. And the biggest focus here is to understand that we're going to be connecting with all these different consumers and prospects across the board, from early ownership into mid ownership, late ownership, discovery, into shopping phase. Please understand that people can bounce around within the different life cycle journeys here. We update the data nightly. So if somebody is an early ownership, or somebody had just purchased a car 3 to 4 months ago and is continuing to look for a used vehicle for their daughter going off to college, they may slip into the discovery phase or shopping phase. One of the key elements of the platform for our dealer partners is full transparency. You can simply click into each one of these buckets to take a look at all these individual consumers and prospects that fall into those buckets, and they see exactly how they're engaging with our communications. By utilizing artificial intelligence, we're going to continue to automatically engage all of these consumers wherever they're at in their life cycle journey. So whether we're going to be focusing on service and or somebody that's lower funnel in the sales cycle, we're going to continuously engage those customers individually and automatically. Over here, we have our active in-market consumers buyer detection piece. And the buyer detection piece, we're going to score the customer's propensity to purchase from 1 to 10, 10 being the most likely to purchase. Not everybody's going to receive a score, but the scores will change as they continue to move down the funnel. You can access some quick access to different consumers that are scoring high in our active in-market consumers box. I'll click on a customer here, Emil, to show you exactly what we're talking about. Emil is scoring a 9 out of 10, and you can see the customer is currently driving a 2015 Honda Accord. And then you can see exactly what we've engaged Emil with when it comes to recommendations around vehicles that may be of interest to him. So we're going to be storing the data and being able to showcase that back to the dealership of what Emil has been shopping for in the background. You can also see exactly what Emil's journey looks like across the board when it comes to the Outsell communications. So you can see all the way back here into February, Emil had specific click activities, some in regards to looking at some new vehicles in Accords and Civics, and then switched over into looking at some pilots. And then the latest engagement in December, you could see some heavy influence around Honda Ridgelines and used vehicles and the Honda Accord status. You can see also in January, we had a lot of opening and clicking around as well within different communications across the board. These are some of the reasons why we are scoring Emil a 9 out of 10 and feel that he is somebody that's going to be purchasing a vehicle sooner than later. There's all different types of strategies that we can put into place within our dealer success team to make sure that the dealerships have the perfect outreach to Emil and these type of consumers that are scoring higher than that. Some consumers or some dealer partners also just like to let the machine do the work and understand and trust the system and know that the consumers are all going to be individually engaged and move down the funnel at their own pace. Back to the dashboard, we scroll down to engagement summary. This is going to be a list of KPIs on exactly how we've been influencing those consumers via the email channel and or social and direct mail. For this dealership, we are only utilizing the email communication strategy. So here you can see all the different areas that the customers have been clicking around in and being able to find those opportunities by engagement. Clicking on this, you're going to take you to different tabs to be able to see all this type of engagement. and look and be able to filter exactly what consumers you want to take a look at. You can filter by campaigns, unique clickers, consumer types, and different types of engagement categories. Other different ways of engaging the consumers are the different parts here with Move model. We also have an equity enhancement now, which is new. On the Move model, you can click here and be able to go in and be able to see intenders for specific make and model vehicles. So if a general manager says, hey, I've got plenty of Honda CR-Vs right now, show me some opportunities, we can utilize the outside platform to do so. Find opportunities. And here you can see that we've got over 10,000 people that may or may not be interested in the CR-V. And we can dwindle it down here to look at just the discovery and shopping phases and hit apply. And now we're going to have a condensed list of 1,800 people that we can target with a message and or offer through the Move a Model enhancement within our program. One of the unique things that we have built into the platform is our ability to make sure that we avoid saturation. What does that mean? This means that we're going to make sure that we don't allow dealerships to over communicate with all these individuals. Sending 2 emails could cause a ton of opt-out situations. So there is a filter in place to make sure that we don't allow for that. Add to new campaign. We're going to take those 1,200 consumers. And be able to build a quick email campaign. Literally only takes you a few seconds to put this together. The other portion of this that is new is our equity enhancement. So here you have the ability to do similar payments on demand and find a trade and equity finder on demand. Similar concept as a Move a Model. You can simply click onto this tab and then start to make your decisions on who you want to go after and communicate with different offers and messaging. Cool thing about our equity enhancement is you can see all the information and the equity calculations in the platform, but we're not going to display this to the consumer and or send out penny perfect payments. But one of the attractive things about this equity enhancement, as well as being able to see the estimated equity, we're also going to be utilizing that scoring system that we talked about early in the demo. And this is just kind of showing you a nice mix of people that are in positive equity, that we can get into a similar payment, but also are scoring high on buyer detection. With automated campaigns, you're going to be able to have access from email to direct mail and or social. We have that full omni-channel approach when it comes to these different types of communications. So whether it's email, direct mail, or social, we have you covered. One of the things that a lot of people like about our platform is the ability to deploy direct mail and or social without paying additional management fees. These come included within different packages of the Outsell platform. So here let's start with the email side of it. You can go in, and what we used to be able to do was we would allow you to set up offers within the different email campaigns of the different segments of the business. So whether they're a sales campaign or a service campaign, you can understand that there's going to be different intervals for all these different consumers. We would allow for the dealership to go in and set up different offers within the platform there on the specific campaigns. New to this year, we've changed that. We've given the ability with our new CMS system to be able to create offers and messaging for the consumer individually. So whatever communication the consumer is receiving, you're going to have more of an effective consistency around the offers that are being placed on that individual consumer. You can also do that with our direct mail. With direct mail, you can see here, we can also look at the different types of campaigns that are currently running. Look at buyer detection. So these are customers that are lower funnel, that are scoring higher than most. You can target those people with a surround approach with email, direct mail, and Facebook. Here's an example of what that looks like. We need trades. Now is the perfect time to trade. Even if you don't buy from us, we'll pay cash for your car. That is the intended message that the dealership wanted to put in place. But you can do that by putting in different offers within a direct mail approach as well, which is very easy and efficient to utilize. And then on social, you can access your social campaigns as well within the platform. You can see the different types of campaigns that are available, and then and what the ads look like. So you can see some service defector ads or a conquest type of sales promotion ad via Facebook. We do have that lookalike audience ability, and then also being able to engage people for service if the dealership chooses to. Again, you can decide the amount of money that you want to spend with direct mail and Facebook. So if you want to put a cap of $1,000 a month and limit yourself to a few campaigns, we can certainly do that. So that's another advantage to when it comes to that omni-channel approach with the Outsell platform. When it comes to reporting, we also are going to allow access to see all of the different campaigns, whether they're email, direct mail, and or social across the board. So you can see exactly what's going on with all your consumers. You can see with email, we've had with this dealership over 42,000 emails sent out, very high delivery rate as we are our own email service provider. And we use a specific propensity to engage model to ensure that we avoid spam traps and other those types of situations as much as possible. When it all comes down to brass tacks, we want to make sure that the program is being efficient and producing a productive ROI. So we have a financial overview as well. Again, like I mentioned earlier, full transparency when it comes to the Outsell platform. Here you can see the amount of linked sales last month for this dealership. We can go into each one of these individual consumers. We do have attribution models in place. The customer has to actively engage within 90 days before coming in to purchase for us to call it a type of link sale. This is the latest and greatest from Outsell. Our ability to communicate with these individuals from the group level is doing a lot of different things for us. One, we want to be able to make sure that we can communicate with people across multiple different channels still, and also understand that there's people that are looking for a used vehicle that the group may have overall that's not just at that store. So we want to take all of those silos and break them down and be able to communicate people across the board. So what you're seeing here is the ability to talk a little bit high level about the group as a whole, and then also talk about some of those specific things that are coming out with electrification, lease buyouts, all these types of articles that are really important for all of the consumers to understand. We want to make sure that we have a communication strategy in place to be able to connect with all of those individual consumers the way they want to be approached. Overall, you can see that there's a lot of different elements that come into place when it comes to our platform, whether we're communicating from the group and or the dealership level. You have your AI automated platform, again, full automation here with the ability to do on-demand campaigns. A lot of dealerships love the ability for us to continue to engage all these consumers automatically. And then you have your data management. We want to make sure that we organize this data and keep it up to speed and clean it up and make sure that we organize it appropriately and effectively for your group and your stores. We have the different channels available. So email, direct mail, social, some new things coming down the line as well with text. And then you can see the content library, the different life cycle buckets that we fall into place with the discovery all the way to late ownership. And then the customer success team. So whether you're a group account and or a single store, we have a full-blown dealer success team to make sure that we take care of you in your store every single month moving forward, and making sure that we're optimizing and getting the most return out of the program.
Automation, personalization, experience, and cost-effective marketing are the hallmarks of Outsell's technology platform. Dealers who are tired of changing their agency every 12 or 18 months because of poor results, or tired of using an agency that treats them like a number because they're a part of a, OEM service lifecycle marketing platform that has no, real data to show that the platform is working, should take the time to call or visit outsell.com and set up a demo. Ask them to show you the numbers on how they can revolutionize the lifetime value of your customers in your DMS and how to bring more in-market shoppers to grow your business and market share today. It's great to see the AET Automotive Marketing Suite in consideration for an AWA award this year. I'm so proud to see what James Grace and his team have done to develop a turnkey creative tool set for dealers to supercharge their online advertising. This year, the platform continues to expand with 4 marketing suites. We have the Creative Studio, the Ad Studio, the Inventory Studio, and the Email Studio. Let's step back and understand what these products can do for your dealership. One of the problems with advertising is effective graphics and creative that, stops the scroll, get people's attention. And then complicating those matters is OEM requirements and disclaimers. Imagine a turnkey creative graphic tool that will allow you to pull in OEM compliant photos, colors, text, disclaimers, and in seconds or minutes, have those ready for Facebook or Google or your email marketing campaign. Imagine the speed to market that you can achieve when, instead of waiting a week for graphics and approvals, that within minutes, your team can generate on-the-spot advertising creative that can be deployed in minutes. And this is very important because time to market is so important. With AET, you can get back maybe 6, 7 marketing days each month, because at the beginning of each month, when programs and incentives are announced, you'll be the first to market with OEM compliant advertising. The great thing about this tool is you don't have to be a graphics designer. Dealers who are building internal marketing teams and who want to reduce the number of headcount they need to create and support the advertising for all their stores really need to take a look at this platform. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at the highlights for the video presentation that was given to the AWA review team. And maybe it's a good time to pull in your creative marketing team to see what they have to say about the AET creative platform.
Shining bright, the light is so amusing. Something my eyes have never seen before. Extra, extra, better call the newsies. Oh no, let's go. Got that news. Oh, can't get enough of it. Got that news. Yeah, can't get enough of it. Got that news. Oh, can't get enough of it. Got that news.
The AET Automotive Marketing Suite is powerful tools for dealers and dealer groups who want to do more of the creative internally to save them time to market, give them a competitive edge, and not have to worry about OEM compliant graphics, colors, and disclaimers. So what are you waiting for? Take a moment, to get your team together and schedule a demonstration of the AET Automotive Marketing Suite today. For our next product, I wanted to do a special introduction from our offices here in New Jersey. We released a powerful research report in 2021 for AutoWeb. Jared Rowe, the CEO of AutoWeb, reached out to me and brainstormed about how dealers could better understand their platform. How could dealers see the true value of leveraging the power of third-party marketplace with advanced digital marketing to drive more shoppers to dealers' websites? What we found in this research report was that dealers didn't have Google Analytics set up properly to properly inspect referral traffic from products like AutoWeb and their advanced targeting with the partnerships they have with third-party classifieds. And so this year, I'm so excited to also be able to introduce the AutoWeb technology for consideration of an AWA award. And I think as you take a look at this video excerpt of the presentation the AutoWeb team did for our AWA review committee, I hope it inspires you to investigate more about how AutoWeb can complement your existing digital marketing strategies. Keep in mind that more than ever, consumers are going to third-party marketplaces because they can't find what they want on dealership websites. This has been a boon for AutoWeb's advertising technology because they have more opportunities to recapture local auto shoppers and direct them to their clients' websites. So let's take a look at the highlights of the AutoWeb presentation to the AWA research team. And don't forget to download the research report, which you can find on brianpash.com. So let's take a look at the presentation video right now.
Hi there, I am Matt DeVay representing AutoWeb. At AutoWeb, we offer consumers the best way to find, buy, and sell your car. And to go a little deeper than that, I'll take you through what AutoWeb's mission statement is. And that's it's simply to simplify the vehicle experience of the transaction through innovative digital media solutions that match the right consumer with the right vehicle transaction provider. During the presentation today, I'll walk you through how we connect active auto shoppers to dealers specifically via our traffic platform. Now, the traffic solution that I plan to review with you all today was launched in 2015, and this is going to show how we leverage our ability to acquire active car shoppers and then connect them directly to our partners. So in addition to the lead that we've honed our proficiency in over the last 20 years, we've created this traffic platform because we understand that not all in-market shoppers are ready or willing to fill out all that PII associated with the form lead on one of AutoWeb's sites at that specific stage in their shopping journey. So we want to give them an alternative. Now, when you look at our portfolio of brands, we have a whole collection of sites meant to connect consumers to their preferred auto shopping experience, specifically Auto Bytel, usedcars.com, usedtrucks.com, car.com, and quite a few others in our portfolio, again, with the idea that we're capturing as many folks that are active in that automotive shopping process as we can. So like I mentioned, we have these sites, autobytel.com, car.com, usedcars.com, etc., where we're generating millions of shoppers every month to our portfolio of properties. Now, once the consumer has come to one of those properties, we're then trying to get them to engage a little bit more with us by narrowing down their make, model of interest and their zip code. And that's going to enable us to target them more successfully with a better shopping experience. So if you look at the bottom right of this screen, you'll see that that's the initial intent. Really is once the consumers finished engaging initially on our sites, we want to get them to that place where they're selecting a make, model, and putting in their zip code, because that really helps qualify the shopper more so and narrow down their interest. And so once we've done that, which is what you see repeated on this slide in the top left here, that's that make, model, zip code. When you click on this check local dealers button, two things are going to happen. The click triggers our traffic solution, which you see here in image 1.5. Now, it's important to note that this ad placement actually doesn't interrupt the consumer's journey of lead submission, because, like I mentioned, our primary core business is the lead. But this placement is actually triggered as a pop under, and the consumer then continues the form lead process that you see on images 2, where they're selecting their dealers, and then 3, where they're actually submitting their name, email, phone, and street address in order to get pricing, and then that lead is routed to the customer's CRM platform for direct follow-up. Now, this traffic placement that you see on image 1.5, that populates dynamically based on whatever the vehicle of interest and the location of the consumer is. And because this flow requires multiple consumer clicks, accidental traffic to your website as a dealer is practically eliminated, and it ensures a shopper that's highly qualified, that's actively in market for a vehicle right now. In addition to the standard traffic platform, which is more just make, model specific targeting and geo-targeting, we also offer our dealers a version of our traffic product called dynamic inventory targeting. Now, dynamic inventory targeting is essentially the same platform, only we add another layer of it to ingest a partner's inventory feed in order to populate the ad unit with a specific piece of their inventory right in the ad unit, and then we can connect the shopper directly to this on the dealer's vehicle detail pages on their website. Now, this is a great solution to market either your new or used inventory. We saw the most adoption of this last year as a way for dealers to really promote their used inventory, given the shortage of new vehicles. So if we take a look at this example from the slide, you can see that this consumer's come to one of our pages and selected a Mazda CX-9 as their make, model of interest. They've put in the zip code 48167. And from there, once they click on that Get Started button here, that then populates the ad unit, that 1.5 image from the previous slide, with a combination of ads from our different marketing partners. Now, the specific dynamic inventory ads are the ones you see here from CarMax and Carvana, where it's actually populating the specific Mazda CX-9 that they have in their inventory in that area, and it highlights the price, mileage, and year of the vehicle. And from there, the consumer clicks on the ad of their choosing and is connected directly to our advertisers' website. Finding new ways to drive active auto shoppers to your site is really vital to your success as a digital marketer and a dealer. Today's dealers spend a lot of money on paid search. Burrell Associates forecasts a spend of $1.852 billion this year in paid search, which is a big jump from $1.255 billion in 2015, and has continued to grow. And there's been a lot of indicators recently that show dealers aren't generating a good value of automotive shoppers from their investment in SEM. Now, I highlight all this because, like I mentioned, our auto web traffic platform represents consumers that are actually in market for a vehicle, that are currently vehicle shopping, not necessarily just looking up the name of your dealership on Google, or looking to have their vehicle service or inquire about specific part. So it really represents a much higher value shopper to you. And we know that third parties are the top destinations for shoppers, for car buyers. When you put on top of that the fact that third party shoppers are more likely to be uncertain of which vehicle they'd like to purchase next, it creates a really crucial time for your brand to be considered in order to help you drive more share. What our traffic platform enables you to do as a dealer is drive active shoppers to your website at a lower cost than you can for paid search. Brian's research shows us that referral traffic from marketplace websites is up to 3 times more engaged and twice as likely to complete what Brian delineates as a hard conversion in his Google Analytics setup breakdown. And because auto web shoppers have to select a make, model of interest and input a zip code before ever seeing this ad placement, it creates effectively a double opt-in prior to the consumer seeing or clicking on the ad that we show them. And we also work with you to set up the correct UTM parameters and the linking structure from our site to yours, and also work with dealers on their Google Analytics setup, really to ensure that we're capturing those preferred KPIs that are important to you and those conversions that matter the most to generating vehicle sales. And so it's important to note as well that it's not a replacement to SEM strategy or anything like that. It's really meant to be a supplement to your overall digital marketing investment. We've found that allocating $1,000 a month generally is going to be going to ensure your visibility within your market area, but you'd want to reach out to AutoWeb directly, because every geography is different and every market area is different, and we'd be happy to generate a quote for you and take you through it personally.
I hope you enjoyed that excerpt from the presentation the AutoWeb team did to the AWA Research Committee. And I also want you to download the research report, because it's an in-depth discussion in full color about the results that other dealers are having with their advertising technology. Just follow the link shown here on the screen, download your copy, and then make a point to learn more about this exciting technology that, well, is leveraging third-party marketplaces, which are especially active in this market condition. I love when new products come to market and I can share them with dealers who are looking for a competitive edge. This year, Affinitive Advertising introduced Audience Activator. And when I saw the presentation, I had to just watch it again to make sure I was understanding it correctly, because it reminded me of some earlier learning about advanced targeting that can be obtained through specific technologies on the market. Now, let's put the claims of Affinitive to the test. What they're saying is dealers need better targeting for their advertising, and first-party data is king, meaning, sure, dealers have first-party data in their DMS or CRM and can even collect first-party data from consumers who visit their website, but that's never enough to really grow market share. And that's why dealers advertise on Google and Facebook and OTT to try to reach in-market shoppers. But Audience Activator takes a different approach. Using technology, they can see the consumers who are visiting select third-party automotive platforms, whether it's AutoTrader or Cars.com or Car Gurus or Edmunds or other third-party marketplaces. If those marketplaces offer advertising, then the company can collect the anonymous ID, the vehicle the consumer is looking at, even the page that they were on, and create a database of local in-market shoppers based on this anonymous ID? Well, the team at Affinitive, working with technology partners, have an 85% audience matchback result that gives them now the ability to create a dealer's first-party audience from third-party data. So let me explain. If your dealership's in Tampa, Florida, you want to know the customers in Tampa that are going to Cars.com, Auto Trader, Car Gurus, or other, maybe CarMax or other sites. Audience Activator can use their technology to decode those customers who are going to third-party websites and then build an audience that they can instantly deploy to advertise on Facebook or to do display retargeting or to do OTT campaigns. It's a brilliant breakthrough because the dealer's in control of the audience size and the audience spend. If the dealer's in a very large audience and doesn't want to advertise to the whole audience, they can pick a subset of that audience. Or if the dealer wants to be more aggressive and go outside their PMA, they can do that as well. Audience Activator gives them the ability to take third-party shopping behavior and turn it into a first-party marketing audience. But don't take my word for it. Let's see an excerpt from the Affinitive presentation about Audience Activator and how they're revolutionizing the way that individual dealers can create powerful first-party audiences.
Don't leave potential sales on the table. You've got a groundbreaking opportunity to activate third-party traffic and convert them into your first-party audience on social media, all by using highly targeted ads showcasing the exact vehicle in your inventory consumers are searching for in your geographical area. Introducing Audience Activator from Affinitive, an audience aggregator tool that more effectively supports and enhances your third-party partnerships by gathering search data on shoppers in your region and connecting them to your inventory. Audience Activator does this by directly targeting them with carousel ads featuring the specific vehicle they're searching for, right down to the VIN. These Facebook and Instagram carousel ads will even showcase your other brand vehicles in the same segment in that category for increased sales opportunities and link directly to your dealer site, taking shoppers right to their chosen vehicle. Audience Activator also employs VDP tracking using Google Analytics that shows the vehicle details page engagement, time on site, time on page, and a verified sales matchback report detailing your lead's information with an over 85% ID matchback rate. Even better, it's a cookieless program that utilizes pre- and post-click behavioral analysis segmentation to expand featured vehicles and delivered ads. And more importantly, Audience Activator produces amazing results for our clients. West Shore Honda sold 50 vehicles in just 45 days. Toyota of Tampa Bay sold 42 vehicles in just 45 days. And Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram sold 27 vehicles in 1 month. If you're ready to activate third-party traffic as your first-party audience, let us help you reach your full sales potential with Audience Activator. Start now at Affinitive.com.
Did that presentation get your head spinning? Right now, Affinitive supports about 10 third-party marketplaces, and dealers can take shoppers from those platforms, give Affinitive their zip code radius they want to target, and build first-party advertising campaigns with your dealership's brand message. The product is new. I would expect in the coming months or years, more data and analytics tools to identify which of those shoppers are high funnel, mid funnel, and low funnel to give dealers extra targeting options. In the meantime, I encourage you to go to Affinitive, check out their website, schedule a demo, and learn more about Audience Activator. It's great to see more fixed ops products in the AWA consideration set, and we welcome Dealer Wing this year because more than ever, dealers are realizing that their DMS and service data, well, is just dirty. That's right. Years of neglect or incomplete data records makes marketing and generating more fixed ops revenue quite difficult. And Dealer Wing takes a personal approach to helping dealers clean, target, and effectively market to their existing customers. The product platform helps dealers create more effective direct mail campaigns, email campaigns, call lists for the BDC, and social assets to go after online shoppers. This four-pronged approach gives Dealer Wing a unique advantage over other services that assume data hygiene or don't have effective cleansing partnerships to give, append, or replace data that is outdated. So let's learn more about how Dealer Wing is revolutionizing fixed ops advertising, retention, and increasing the lifetime value of customers in a dealer's DMS.
Dealer Wing is a service marketing and retention company that specializes in driving CPRO traffic and increasing OEM and service retention metrics. Dealer Wing was founded by a former dealer and is powered by a team of experienced car guys and marketing execs. In our dealerships, we were given service marketing options that were expensive, inadequate, and rarely worked as promised. We created Dealer Wing to provide dealers with a superior choice for service and retention marketing. We deliver consistent results in a more efficient and cost-effective manner. Automotive marketing companies are everywhere, but few to none of those companies specialize in service marketing, and none of them have our level of expertise in service customer behavior or OEM program metrics. An analogy about baking illustrates these differences perfectly. The ingredients, the recipe, and the baker make all the difference in the world. If everyone uses the same ingredients, then why do some cakes taste better than others? If all marketing companies use the same ingredients like digital, direct mail, and email, then why do some marketing companies get better results than others? Much like baking, the quality of your marketing is directly proportional to the quality of your data, or your ingredients, and how well you execute your strategy, which would be your recipe. Even with the right recipe, you need a team to effectively manage the process like a baker. All three of these are critical to success. Our program begins by assessing your current marketing efforts to identify areas of opportunity and avoid duplication. We need to see what we have to work with. Our proprietary refinement processes set the standard for data and marketing. First, we aggregate all available OEM and DMS data to create a single target database. We leverage our partnerships with CDK, IHS Polk, Carfax, and Google to ensure the most accurate and current data. Third, we analyze the validated information to build a strategy. Finally, we segment the data into targeted consumer lists. Once we know we have the best ingredients, we develop and implement the strategy, our recipe for success. This includes a customized omni-channel campaign that maintains a consistent message utilizing direct mail, email, social media, and BDC call lists. Hitting customers multiple times each month keeps your brand in front of your customers, which truly drives retention and loyalty. Having the best ingredients and recipe does not guarantee success. How well the baker executes the recipe makes all the difference. We take a hands-on approach from day one, working with your team to ensure a smooth implementation of our strategy, and then confirm that you're getting your desired results. Once we establish the program, it's time to execute your marketing campaigns. Many dealers ask why other programs underperform in comparison to Dealer Wing. We think of marketing like fishing. First, are they using a hook when they really need a net? We have found that casting a wide net is more effective than predictive or lifecycle models that rely almost exclusively on emails that rarely reach their intended target at the perfect time. Using a hook is not only less efficient, but also less effective for branding purposes. Commercial fishermen use nets because they provide the most efficient results. Our omni-channel approach casts a wide net around the customer, delivering multiple touches each month. This keeps you top of mind when the service is needed. Second, the bait has to be appealing to the fish, not the fisherman. We employ a targeted segmentation and tiered offers to align with the customer's needs. This makes the bait more effective and drives conquest customers as well as retains active ones. Our campaign building starts with a detailed market evaluation. We analyze customer counts and traffic patterns for existing and conquest customers, as well as service effectiveness and defection metrics. The heart and soul of any campaign is the creative. We visually prioritize the dealer branding, keeping you front and center with each communication. Our vast creative library has been tested and proven effective. We can build custom creative for all of our marketing efforts, including declined services, recalls, and others. The Dealer Wing email program's messaging is consistent, targeted, and flexible. Unlike email blasts, our communications are specific and mirror the offers sent through other channels. Each email effectively generates actual appointment requests for customers. When the campaigns launch, you will see an immediate increase in scheduling for service. Customers are driven to other specific landing pages to request appointments. Our notification system delivers those requests directly to your team. Very few dashboards give you any real insight or the ability to take actions with your data. The Dealer Wing dashboard is a business intelligence tool. By breaking down both customer information and campaign performance, you can get a clear picture of your market and where the real opportunities are. Our dealer dashboard gives you complete access to your data with customer status breakdowns, downloadable target lists, purge lists for DMS cleanup, service retention, defective metrics, and more. The depth of knowledge combined with the ease of use and transparency makes our latest dashboard groundbreaking in its simplicity and effectiveness. Our reporting is completely transparent and as granular as you need it to be. We have had so many dealers share their frustration with us about marketing companies taking credit for every customer. We believe accurate attribution is critical to our program's success. The only way to achieve accurate attribution is through transparency in reporting. We do not take credit for everyone that walks into the store. Dealer Wing offers a suite of reports to validate marketing efforts. Our ROI report tracks several KPIs like CPROs, customer pay dollars, and warranty revenue. Our Lost Souls or Conquest report shows our effectiveness in driving conquest customers or lost souls back into the store. Our email campaign report contains standard email KPIs and appointments booked. This gives you a one-to-one connection between our efforts and customers in the shop. The Service Advisor report tracks matched and unmatched ROs. By Service Advisor, you will see a direct impact on service revenue and how well each advisor is upselling. We measure the effectiveness of our detailed data cleansing process with flagged records. These flagged records ensure an accurate target market, eliminating customers with incorrect or unmailable addresses, customers who have moved out of the area, customers who no longer have their vehicle, customers who have opted out of communications, and vehicles that have had a title change. Additionally, with our use of first-class mail and our relationships with Carfax and IHS Polk, we reduce waste, optimize your budget, and maximize results on each and every campaign. You don't have to take our word for it. Our success is verified through OEM reporting. As experts in 26 OEM programs, we help dealers improve service retention, efficiency, market share, and defection rates. We also work with co-op programs to obtain reimbursement and maximize fund utilization. Here are a few success stories, but in their words, not ours. We had an immediate impact on both retention and efficiency for this Lexus dealer in California. With Dealer Wing, their KPIs began to rise after the first month and have outpaced their region, district, and nation ever since. Overall, their retention has increased 7.6% and their efficiency increased 13.4% in just 8 months. These results came from a Kia dealer we work with in Oregon. After 12 months on the program, loyal customers went up 10% and retention increased 20% year over year. This Honda dealer is in the Northwest region. In the 15 months prior to Dealer Wing, their retention remained flat at negative 8.5%. 15 months after the program launched, retention improved 8.1%, and in the 16th month, they were finally positive. This Hyundai dealer in Florida had tremendous retention issues. We were able to drastically increase the retention by almost 34% in only 7 months. So what do you get with a Dealer Wing program? Dealer Wing has 6 core deliverables. First is a best-in-class UIO or target database, utilizing all available OEM, DMS, or CRM data. Second is a market evaluation report that provides a detailed analysis of all available customers. Third is a monthly first-class direct mail campaign along with detailed performance reports. Fourth are 2 monthly email campaigns, landing pages, and an appointment request system. We send the initial email to each target list and resend to those who did not respond. Fifth is the cleansed and purged target lists to be used with the dealer's BDC and social media efforts. Sixth is the integrated dealer dashboard. Finally, we provide hands-on expert support. We are in your store monthly to discuss your needs, review performance, and strategize about campaign optimization. No campaign will ever be executed without your prior approval, and part of our transparent process is no surprise billing. We provide best-in-class data security to protect everyone's privacy. We do not transfer data with unsecure methods or store PII data. We have implemented WISP protocols and enhanced Microsoft Azure security. We're CCPA, NHTSA, and CAN spam compliant as well. For CDK dealers, we are an official 3PA partner for DMS integration. Other DMS platforms are integrated via technologies with the highest security protocols. If you are wondering if you know any dealers we've worked with, or if we have experience with your OEM, the answer is yes. The DealerWing dealer client base ranges from single points to the largest corporate dealer groups in the country. Here are a few of the more recognizable dealer groups we are proud to partner with. As mentioned earlier, we have built programs for 26 different OEMs. Whether your dealership is urban or rural, domestic or import, high volume or smaller, luxury or standard, we have a recipe that will work. Simply put, we approach our role from the dealer's perspective. It's our job to drive CPRO traffic from active, inactive, and conquest customers. We will be in your stores early and often to ensure our program is getting the desired results. We want your team to focus on their job and the customers, not the marketing. Just because we use some of the same ingredients as other marketing companies does not mean that our cake tastes the same. Our cake simply tastes better, and your results will be that much sweeter. For more information, visit dealerwing.com.
Some of you might not know, but I've spent a good part of my career in database marketing and data hygiene, and I can tell you how quickly people's addresses change, phone numbers change, and even email addresses change. Have you ever wondered how many emails from your CRM are being rejected from, well, spam or closed mailboxes? Are you doing anything with those lists of deactivated emails? Or how about phone calls or text messages that no longer are being responded to? Data hygiene is at the core of DealerWing's platform, and dealers who feel that their existing fixed ops marketing partnership is not giving the maximum potential for the people in their DMS to increase the connectivity rate, the lifetime value and revenue from each customer, I encourage to set up a demo by going to dealerwing.com. We're excited to welcome Auto Sigma for this year's consideration of a 2022 AWA award. I also like to see companies that are bringing tools for dealer groups and dealers who have an internal marketing agency to make their time more efficient. We've seen massive consolidation in the automotive industry. It seems every week another cluster of dealers are being sold, and groups that are large are getting larger and larger every month. Well, these companies often have internal marketing teams, and their challenge is how to stay operationally efficient and support the needs of all their stores. We all know how demanding dealers can be when new incentives, rebates, or ideas come to fruition, and everyone wants those campaigns launched immediately. And this is where Auto Sigma comes into play. By creating a library of OEM-approved images, ads can be created for Facebook, Google My Business, or banners for the dealer's website, and have them in a central repository where compliance can be reviewed and assets deployed. This is an efficient way to look at digital marketing because, well, no one wants to be running around looking for the OEM compliant colors or OEM compliant pictures or OEM compliant disclaimers, especially if you're bringing someone from outside automotive into the automotive industry. They understand graphics and design, but they don't know all the compliance, issues. Auto Sigma simplifies the development of internal wow digital marketing ads to help dealers have more effective online advertising campaigns or to merchandise their website. So let's take a look at the tool set that AutoSigma has developed for marketing agencies and internal marketing departments serving automotive retail.
If you were to ask me, who is AutoSigma, my answer to you would be that we are a digital asset management platform built for automotive. So we basically help dealers and their agency partners create, update, and deploy their marketing assets faster. You know the drill. 1 month it's get 0% for 60 months, and the next month it's never mind, it's 1.9%. 1 month it's the summer sales event, and then the next month it's something else. And every time this message changes, whether it's for your new vehicles, pre-owned, service, fix, whatever it might be, whether it's a offer change or a sales event message change on logos, like every time that small change happens, it results in hours and hours and hours of work and just updating and creating different assets, right? So to kind of demonstrate this, and for the purpose of this demonstration, let's pretend that this is a Ford dealership website, and we are not affiliated with Ford in any way, but let's just pretend this was a Ford dealership website, and they were promoting a Ford F-150 lease deal. So they're running a $311 a month lease deal, and they also have a get up to $5,250 in total savings. So to communicate that, they have a homepage banner, which is not atypical. But they also have a specials page, which we typically would see. And in fact, specials pages tend to be in the top 3 most visited pages on a dealership website. So in this example, if a consumer was to look at the F-150, they're going to see that same consistent message. Like, yep, you can get it for $311 a month. But it goes further than that. This dealership's also leveraging those real-time offers in their ad copy, which of course is a preferable thing to do, just based off of the quality score, engagement, things of that nature. So in this example, a consumer was looking for a Ford F-150 lease deal. This dealership is serving up a real-time ad that says, yes, at our dealership right now, you can lease an F-150 for as low as $311 a month. If that consumer clicked on that ad, it takes them to a dedicated landing page with that same consistent message. And then we have our terms and conditions one click away on all these different things to make sure it's compliant. And then we have it filtered down to just your relevant inventory. Now, these pages we do provide to our dealer partners. They don't have to use them, but we certainly recommend it. And the cool thing is your message here actually changes based off of the source. So if they clicked on a 0% ad, we're going to show them 0% on this page. So it keeps going. They might be running Facebook ads. Again, marketing 101. We want a consistent message. Yes, you can lease it for $311 a month. We have our Google My Business offer post running out there right now. And then they might be doing email templates that they send to unsold prospects or unsold or even customers like 3 to 5 year old customers, things like that. So this is just an example of what you might find. Now the list of assets is oftentimes bigger than this. You might have direct mail, you might have outdoor like billboard stuff, point of sale material, radio scripts, and every time a small message changes, all of those things have to be retooled, right? And now if you extrapolate this across all the different model lines, and in many cases for like an auto group or especially for agencies, you can extrapolate that across many different dealerships, right? And you start to create tens of hours, if not hundreds of hours of man hours of work just creating and updating these assets. And while it's super important to do, it's just not a super valuable use of time, right? Because anyone could really update things often. It doesn't take a lot of skill per se, not to take anything away from it. But what we decided and what we felt was like, it was just, we're charging these dealers to do all this manual work because we have to, right? Basic economics, but it just feels like there's a better way. So what we ended up doing is we built software to help streamline this process. So let's just say that I'm a dealer. I have an auto group. I'm the marketing director, whatever that role might be, whoever's responsible. I can log in and I can see all my different dealerships within here. So I can toggle between all of them easy enough. And then when I'm here, I can navigate over to my offers module. And here is where all of your core messages lie. So what we're trying to do is build a single source of truth which is then leveraged throughout all of your different assets, making it super easy to retool it. So let's just simulate a change in offers real quick, just to show you how that looks. So let's just say for the F-150, we wanted to make a change. There's a few ways I can do that. One is I can click on the regional offer, and I can see what my tier 2 region is doing. So if they're running a $359 a month lease, I can see that based off of what they're advertising on the tier 2 website. And as a dealership, I can just simply sync with that, and then it's going to update all those assets I just showed you, and it's going to push it out, and I'm done. So I don't have to mess with that anymore. Another option is you might want to do that, but you might want to do some sort of modifier. So this is a common thing where you might see a dealer who says, hey, I want to do what my region's doing, but do me a favor and keep me so I'm always $30 a month lower. Or you can do a percent, like 10% lower, something like that. And it'll just round it up to the nearest dollar. But then you can also adjust your do it signing up. So by doing this, it's the same net deal. So from a compliance perspective, but it's a slightly stronger message potentially. And you can do that as well. So if I hit sync with the region, anytime the region changes their message, it's going to apply my math, retool all my assets, and push them all out in the background. I don't have to screw with it anymore. All right. So it's basically just eliminated all that effort. Another option is you can do a kind of a manual edit, and sometimes you have to, depending on the OEM. So some dealers just prefer it. So option one is I can just type in all the vehicle details. Option two is I can just type in the stock or VIN number, and I can search through my inventory feed and then pull in the vehicle details. At this point, I can desk a deal directly within our platform, or if I already know the information, I can just enter it. So let's just say that it's for the end of the month. I want to do a $299 a month lease with $3,700 due at sign-in, but to do that, it's a 24-month lease at $10,500 a year. The MSRP I'm going to leave the same, but it also includes the FMCC cash for $750. So that's my rebate stack that's included. My disclaimer uses a combination of static text and variable values. So you can see all my variable values right here, and you can see that it's actually updated as well. Now, the cool thing is by doing this, I don't ever have to screw with my disclaimer again, right? As long as something doesn't change with my OEM or the state, I can rest assured that my disclaimer, which is used throughout all my advertising, is always up to date, which is super important. All right, so I pushed that in there, and that was probably the longest way to use the platform, and it still only took a few seconds. And now if I go back to the dealership's website, basically near real time, you can see that my homepage banner has been updated with the new correct information. It says $299 a month. Disclaimer's all updated. Everything's good. What didn't I do? I didn't send it to a graphic designer. I didn't have to log into the website. I didn't have to send it to the website provider. I didn't have to request anything from them. It's just done. So in basically, you saw nearly real time. It's 100% up to date. But it's more important than that. If I was to go to that new vehicle specials page, and let's just say someone at that exact moment was looking at your F-150 specials, they're going to see the new improved offer in real time, basically. If I had 387 Google ads running that were leveraging that lease offer in the messaging, they're all updated. So again, I don't have any fragmentation. If I click on that ad, it's going to take me to that dedicated landing page, which again is updated. So is my disclaimer. And I'm sure you get where it's going. The Facebook ads are all up to date. Got my Google My Business post ready to fly. And of course, I got my email templates here ready to deploy. Okay, so in seconds, I was able to update all these different assets and what used to take hours to do. Now, if you start thinking about all the different placements, like say display ads, you might have 8 to 12 different ad types, and then you have different messages. Like there could potentially be hundreds of assets that were all changed basically in real time. Now, our dealers love this because A, they're first to market every single time. Right, so their competition is doing the same usual thing where they get the incentives and they retool things, come up with the new messages, whatever it might be, deploy it to their, the creative partners, or they do it into whatever that process is. They're still doing that. Meanwhile, my dealership is live. Literally in a few minutes, I'm completely live. So you're first to market, which is great. Secondly, you have a reliably consistent message across all of your different mediums. So you don't have to worry about any message fragmentation, which of course leads to a horrible user experience, which of course leads to a drop in performance, which is not good. And then lastly, it removes a lot of costly errors. Anytime you force someone to do lots of, last minute changes, like hundreds of them like that, all at the same time, you're bound to make mistakes. So it also removes that. But one thing that we wanted to maintain and stay true to was the idea that you can still make a lot of custom creative. So if I go down to my creative module within my platform, let's just say I wanted to change the design. So I can log in, load all the different ads and display, designs I have made. You can see all of these have updated to $299 a month, by the way. So as you can imagine, I didn't have to update any of that stuff. It's just done. And then if I was to go to the homepage banner, which is this thing. I can actually pull it up, and it's pulling up that real-time ad for me, so I can just do a drag and drop visual editor. So I can move things around, I can resize it, so it's everything you would expect from a design editor, but it's leveraging real-time values. So the way it works is over here on the creative assets, we have lots of different things. You have all your typical global assets like your buttons and those kinds of things, but we also have our OEM assets. So our team actually chases down all of your tier 1 ads, your assets, all the compliant ones. So that way you can just come in here and you're ready to fly. Boom, there's my Ford compliant logo, and I didn't have to chase it down in the toolbox or ad planner tool. If I go over here, is my dealership assets. So my dealership or my agency can upload whatever they want here. So this is a 100% customizable creative tool. You can make anything you want to, upload any background you want, any overlay. You can really do whatever it is you can dream up, and you have the ability to organize all of your assets in there. And then we have our offers, which is what we saw from the other screen. So the way it works is instead of typing in 2021 Ford F-150 XL 4x, right, all these things that you used to manually just type out as a text layer, I can now drag in a variable value, right? So basically what I'm saying is, hey, whatever the model year is that's associated with the current lease payment, put that here. And then you can still style it. So I can say, hey, I want it to be white. And then I can also say, hey, since this is a Ford dealer, I'll only see the Ford approved fonts. So I can choose one of the Ford approved fonts here. I'm actually going to change it, maybe like this one. So now I'm ready to fly. So the cool thing is if my offer or my message changes to a 2022 model year, a 2023 model year, it's always going to stay up to date, which theoretically means I can make a banner or a design, an ad that would never expire because we're using variable information. So the cool thing is, since we're using this on all of our designs, we're using it in our, HTML landing pages, we're using it in our Google text ads, we're using it all over the place. I can simply change it once and I'm done across the entire board, which is pretty powerful. Like for service, instead of an F-150, it's an oil change, right? Instead of an escape, it's a trans flush. So you can still do all the same thing, the same logic applies, which makes it super awesome for coordinating the entire marketing efforts of your dealership.
In 2022 and beyond, I think more dealers will be focused on operational efficiency. And they're going to be looking for ways in which to use technology to reduce headcount, and they're going to look for tools that empower their existing employees to do more for each hour that they're employed. And AutoSigma is a powerful tool set for agencies and internal marketing departments to get more done in a compliant fashion and to create those impactful ads that will stop the scroll and get consumers to click. So if you want some more information on their platform and how it can save you time and money, just go to autosigma.com. I was so glad to see this entry into the AWA consideration set because I was wondering how long it would take for a product platform to come into the US. And Poly, formerly Dealer Policy, is coming to market with a tool set that should be an upcoming standard in automotive retail. Let me give you a little backstory. I've done extensive consulting and speaking in Europe to the automotive industry. And it's very common when someone purchases a car at a dealership that the insurance is all bundled together. It's very common for consumers when they switch cars or dealers, to terminate their old policy and just start a new one. And I've also had the opportunity to see some amazing dealers with insurance desks inside the dealership. I think of Dolan Toyota for one, which I think was one of the top Allstate insurance agencies in the country when I visited them a number of years ago. But in general, when you look at digital retailing tools, the insurance option is not included in the workflow. Thankfully, Dealer Policy, now called Poly, has integrated their platform into Darwin, which is a popular menuing tool that many digital retailing platforms use, and provides easy web tools to give dealers extra opportunities for revenue. But more importantly, according to the company, By saving consumers hundreds of dollars on their insurance policies, those dollars can then be converted into more cash or spending power for consumers to buy F&I products. The average dealer who's leveraging Poly in their sales process is seeing an increase in PVR, an increase in customer satisfaction, and also there's some incentives for your entire organization to encourage consumers to reconsider their insurance at the time of purchasing a new car. But don't let my opinion of the power of Poly influence your decision. Let's hear it straight from their team as we look at excerpts for their presentation for this year's AWA research team.
Hi, my name is Michael Kenton, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships with Poly Insurance. Today, 100% of car buying customers are buying auto insurance in a car dealership. Poly Insurance gives the dealer the ability to sit in the driver's seat, deliver a complete car buying experience for their consumers, help them save money and leverage those savings to drive more gross and profitability throughout. By bundling cars and insurance into a single purchasing experience, Poly can bring customers a better buying experience and dealers the potential for increased profits. Today, Poly Insurance serves over 1,200 franchise automotive dealerships in the United States and supports 30 leading insurance carriers. We're driven by consumer demand. 79% of car buyers agree that a digital insurance marketplace would improve the car buying experience. 76% of those customers would like to shop for insurance on their smartphone during the car buying process. Poly's platform answers consumer demand with fast mobile quoting for auto insurance, and for dealership users, an easy-to-use mobile experience for dealerships. Here you see how quick and easy it is to log into the platform. On the Poly dashboard, users can see how many customers they've entered, what stage of the buying journey they're in, and how much via referrals they've earned. Through partnerships and integrations into existing tools, the Poly platform meets customers where they are at every point of the buying journey, increasing revenue opportunities for dealers. During the awareness stage, we leverage digital advertising tools. In the consideration stage, we work with dealer websites, digital retailing tools. In the showroom, we work with F&I technology, CRM technology, and sales enablement tools. And from a retention perspective, we leverage the dealer's DMS. Poly works with website providers to give customers the ability to see what insurance would cost on the VDP page. Additionally, we give consumers the ability to navigate to the marketplace at the banner at the bottom of the screen during any point of their research. Poly works with F&I menu companies like Darwin to fully integrate into that process. F&I managers have the ability to bring this to consumers in the interview stage. When F&I managers see savings, they have the ability to show those to the consumer. And during the menu presentation, consumers are reminded of those estimated savings to inspire them to further purchase protection products for their new vehicle. Poly works with companies like Frickentech to deliver email marketing, ultimately to improve the customer experience by providing them an opportunity to shop and purchase insurance for the car they're buying after the vehicle purchase has taken place. Automated email offers are sent right time, right place, directly from the dealership salesperson for maximum delivery and open rates. Quick one-time integrations. With no cost to join and quick implementation process, new members can immediately enjoy the benefits. Average customer savings amounts to $64 per month. This translates to $3,700 in additional buying power. As reported by our partner dealerships and their F&I managers, the average customer who goes through Poly will spend on average $538 more, or they'll capture 44% more penetration on customers. We give dealers the ability to participate and earn in a number of different ways. Whether they're licensed or unlicensed, we have a program for them. Most simply, for most of the dealers who do not currently have a P&C license, they can start out on our member program. This gives them the ability to start earning immediately, upwards of $150 per customer. Poly's simple marketplace is completely integrated into the dealer systems, and it's very simple and easy to use. Simply log in, see your dashboard, how many customers you've entered, how much you've earned from those customers, and the stage that customer is in the buying journey. To enter a new customer, simply enter the VIN number or year, make, and model of the vehicle, the customer's first name and last name, customer address, and contact information. And within 20 seconds, the consumer is going to see a text message on their device. Once the dealership user is finished with the initial application, the customer will receive a text message that will look something like this. Once the consumer clicks on this text message, they'll be immediately entered into the Poly workflow and see initial quotes that have been produced by data entered by the dealership or directly connected through a CRM API. The customer will be asked to confirm this information. Here, Justin Miller, the customer, has all of his information in the system, and he'll also have the opportunity to make quick edits. Once this is complete, we'll pull in the vehicle information that was entered by the dealership salesperson. Justin will again have the ability to confirm this information, add any violations or claims, and then the initial quotes will populate. Justin's seeing quotes from Progressive at $41 a month. He'll then be asked to enter any additional information, adjust coverage limits, and so on. Here, Justin will choose to go with plus coverage, recommended 100/300 liability, and this will dynamically change the rates. More coverage, slightly more expense at $52 a month. And then he'll be prompted to enter any additional discounts that carriers generally offer for consumers. A paid in full discount will be applied, and rates again will dynamically adjust to $49 a month for Progressive. Next, Justin will get to see a detailed list of insurance carriers and quotes. And one thing to point out here, through Progressive, Nationwide, Travelers, and Safeco, he'll have the ability to directly bind insurance through Poly Insurance. This is a unique experience that only Poly has. He'll have one more opportunity to confirm different liability coverages and limits. And if he's satisfied, he can move on to paying for his new insurance policy through Poly, powered by Progressive. Once complete, Justin will see that he's purchased insurance through Progressive. He saved $26 a month, and he'll be prompted to create user credentials directly with Progressive Insurance. That's it. You've seen it. With a few minutes, dealers have the ability to take advantage of the auto insurance process in car dealerships. Today, most dealerships are not taking advantage of this. They're not serving their customers the complete automotive buying experience, and they're not leveraging the savings to increase more gross and profitability throughout. Poly Insurance is here to help you do that. Thank you for walking through the Poly experience with me.
Dealers who are looking for additional revenue streams, a complete purchasing experience, and to add additional savings to their customers that they probably weren't even expecting should consider Poly. You should also know, at the recent Automotive CXO Summit in Nashville, we had a number of dealer groups saying that they were using Poly, they loved the platform, and that was a great confirmation for me to say this: if you're not offering insurance to your customers during the sales process or through your equity mining tools as new ways to save them money, I would encourage you to go visit poly.co and have more information about this innovative platform. Each year, certain companies put a smile on my face because I see the innovation, the constant passion for improvement, and Revolution Parts is one of those companies. Dealers know that if they put the right attention to selling parts online, it can be a huge revenue generator for the business. And we know that the margin on parts is normally very good, but imagine sacrificing a little margin for the acceleration and reach that Revolution Parts platform can deliver. And this year, not only can dealers have their own parts website, but automatic inventory feeds to Amazon, eBay, and the big one that's new this year, Walmart. That's right. With an exclusive partnership with Walmart, Revolution Parts can now feed your parts and services into walmart.com. Imagine the reach for dealers who really wanted to get serious about parts and had an efficient platform to manage shipping, charges, inventory management, and marketing of their website platform. This is a breakthrough and next level of technology that dealers need to consider, especially as margin compression might resume once this pandemic is over and dealers are looking for new ways to keep their revenue stream strong. So let's take a look at highlights from this year's AWA presentation to our research team from Revolution Parts.
My name is Chris. I'm one of the account executives over here at Revolution Parts. We are a digital software company that helps car dealerships sell parts online. We started 6 years ago. Since then, we have facilitated $1.5 billion in OEM part sales. And we do this all with new car dealerships, and we are focused on the individual dealership success. Many parts departments, they're wanting to have more profit, right? They're wanting to grow their paycheck. Overall, that's their biggest driving factor. Now, another big thing is moving obsolete parts. Traditionally, what car dealerships do is that they write off their obsolete inventory, or they sell it for pennies on the dollar to other dealers using programs like dealer-to-dealer, Parts Trader. We have realized that there's a huge market potential in dealerships selling parts online that are obsolete. And eBay is actually the #1 marketplace to buy and sell these car parts, but it would take hundreds, if not thousands of man hours for a dealership to manually list those parts on eBay. So what we do is we get dealerships online very, very easily. It turns out 90% of all customers who want to buy replacement parts start their journey online, right? They open up a browser, they go to Google, or they go to the car dealership's website, and they start looking for replacement parts. Now, as I had mentioned, only 20% of those dealerships have any sort of digital presence for those customers. So really, they're missing out on a huge, huge segment. Now, the other thing that's really important when a customer is shopping online is vehicle fitment confirmation. Traditionally, this has been another big pain point for dealerships when they're selling online, is that traditionally there isn't really a good inventory management system. They get a lot of returns because the vehicles don't fit. But with our platform, we have spent considerable time and effort to make sure that every order is going to be verified by the customer, and that we make absolutely certain that the part that they're ordering is going to fit their vehicle, which leads to much happier customers and much happier parts departments. Dealers on our platform on average are getting extra $40K in revenue per month just by being part of our program. If your goal is to sell an extra $100K a month, let's make that happen. Let's get you that extra $100K in parts orders a month so you can get 1% back on everything and get an extra $60, $80K in profit every single year after year. Our core focus is to make everything as streamlined as possible. We want to make the training on our platform as easy as we can. It only takes about 30 minutes to an hour for somebody to be completely familiar with our platform and be able to fulfill orders. And the one other thing that I really like is that when you have everything in one central platform, you don't have to check a bunch of different places. So dealers don't have to log into different accounts. They don't have to go into different management profiles. They all can manage everything from our platform. We offer a quoting tool, a plugin, wholesale solutions, and local delivery. Now, the vast majority of car dealerships, when a customer has a credit card in hand and they go to the website, they're going to see something called a parts order form, right? It's an online form, and most people never fill these forms out. So what we do instead of that order form and then hoping that the customer buys the part, we give them a fully functional online storefront directly on their website. This is going to be shopping online 24/7. Window shoppers can browse online. So by the time a customer gets to a counter person, that customer is already more informed. When a dealership talks to a customer, instead of saving the quote in the DMS system and hoping that the customer will end up purchasing that part, what our quoting system does is that you can send the quote directly to the customer for them to easily buy it on their phone. So while I'm talking to a parts counter person and I'm the customer, I then get a message right after my conversation that allows me to buy that part online. This significantly increases the conversion rate on quotes that are sent out, and it allows the parts department to then follow up with those customers and remind them that you had that great conversation about whatever muffler, and then deciding, I do want to go ahead and get that. Not only are you going to be able to get customers that are just browsing online, but if somebody just calls in, you can then also send the quote to the customer for them to complete that purchase. One other vertical that a lot of dealerships struggle with in terms of parts and delivering parts is locally. So most car dealerships either have like a parts driver, or they have a part-time driver, or they do some wholesale, but they really need to add more delivery into their book of business. However, they don't have the staff to do it. So what our platform also does is that we integrate with local courier companies that usually delivers with orders within an hour at a cost of only $13 to the dealership. Now, the dealership can either pass that on to the customer and make a profit on it, or they can, put this cost into the pricing of their products and then allow customers to also offer local delivery. This has been a huge, huge feature for dealerships to be able to get in front of eBay, Amazon, and Walmart customers seamlessly is immense value. Dealerships that are using our platform and are adding these customers and marketplaces are seeing significant growth. But the dealerships on our platform that are most successful are actually having us design custom websites. We design websites specifically for people that are searching for car parts online. Now, just to give you an idea as to how successful we are in terms of marketing these websites after we launch them, the average return on investment with our marketing team is 8.75x. So for every $1,000 a dealer spends with us, we're able to provide them over $8,000 in revenue. This is huge in terms of their profit margin. And really, this is what goes into our success formula. Not only do we get dealerships in front of these different marketplaces, but we give them a tool that they can leverage to significantly boost part sales and then get the next manufacturer kickback. So we actually run a full marketing analytics report for a dealership every single month, and we send it out to them. And they're going to be able to see exactly what parts came from, what search results came from, what orders resulted from where. And then we actually have a quarterly meeting where we review all their marketing spend. We look into how it performed, what we can do better. And that's been another factor in allowing us to be able to grow parts departments. Half of all the orders on our platform are repeat customers. Not only are we able to provide dealers new customers from channels they have never gotten before, but we are able to turn those customers into repeat customers by using tools like email marketing and making sure that customers have a really great buying experience. So when a customer shops online, we really focus on making it easy for them to find the part that they're looking for. So as you put in the vehicle here, for example, the 2021 Jeep Cherokee, they would first of all see all the categories of parts they could be purchasing. And when they then click on the exact parts they're looking for, we do provide the OEM diagrams that shows them exactly what they might be searching for. So let's say I was looking for a brake rotor. That's part number 13. I go down here. Oh, that looks like exactly the brake rotor I'm looking for. And then down here, we would make sure that this fits the vehicle. And as I mentioned, we would cross-sell to make sure that if they needed other parts, they're able to get those as well. Now, one of the big improvements on our system that we have recently added is that you can make VINs now required. So one of the big asks that dealers have from us is to make VINs required, because there's so many parts nowadays that have to have that VIN verification. So you can make VINs now required, which has significantly increased the value for a dealership to have our platform. And we still allow customers to not provide the VIN and make the order non-refundable. Now, one other way we have really been able to turn orders into profit is by only showing customers the speed of service and the price for shipping without showing them the carrier. So as a customer places an order, they're only going to see how soon the part will get to them and the price. They're not going to see what carrier is going to end up fulfilling that order. So many parts departments actually can pay for the whole cost of our program just with shipping. Our system has really robust reporting capabilities. So if a dealership ever wanted to know, abandoned cards, or you wanted to see abandoned quotes, or you wanted to see any of these, we have amazing reporting capabilities that will hit the accounting department, the growth department. You can do shipping summaries. You can look into, gross profit by date. All of this is automatically calculated for the dealer and really easy to export. Now, here's an example of a dealership that signed up with us. This is pretty common, right? In their first year, they made $276,000 in revenue through us. They got a 14x return on ad spend, and they got $203 in selling online. And most dealerships are amazed at the performance we can really give them. And this is just a very common example of a dealership we work with.
Dealers who once considered selling parts online and, didn't think it was going to be effective or profitable need to step back and rethink that decision. Revolution Parts website plus automated inventory feeds to eBay, Amazon, and now Walmart.com open up new possibilities for dealers who want to have a dedicated team generating hundreds of thousands of dollars of profit a year in automotive parts. And with the delivery network that dealers can have now through these platforms, some of the headaches of selling parts online or connecting direct-to-consumer part sales have been eliminated. But don't take my word for it. Get a full demo and understand the cost structures and the strategies that successful dealers are taking by visiting revolutionparts.com. I'm pleased to welcome Strategic DX to this year's AWA consideration set. In fact, when I learned about this product, I smiled because it applies to me really right now. Let me tell you my backstory. I purchased a Honda from a local dealer here in Florida, and they sold me an extended warranty package, which was a JM&A product. Now, that was 3 years ago. If you think I remember what package I bought, how many years it was, what it covered, tell you the truth, I have no clue. And I think I have the paperwork around somewhere that would tell me what I bought, but it's probably going to take me some time to find it. Now, thankfully, my Honda Pilot has had really no major service issues other than needing a new battery, which was replaced for free. But their platform is really amazing because it's a mobile app that allows dealers to give their customers a tool to see the F&I products that they bought and use it as a sales, retention, and loyalty tool which would make tremendous sense to me right now. For example, as my car ages, I have to make a decision on should I keep it? Am I properly covered? The app provided by Strategic DX would show me all the protection packages that I purchased. If I purchased an additional package or two, it would all show in the mobile app. Why is this also helpful? When someone brings their car in for service, do you think the service tech knows what they purchased or what should be covered? The app allows greater trust building between the dealer and the customer and the service advisor, and more importantly, the service advisor can see which packages the customer bought. For example, maybe they're coming in for their first service, and the service advisor through the app shows the customer that they didn't pick up wheel and tire protection. It gives the service advisor the opportunity to sell that additional package right through the mobile app. I think this is very powerful. We all know, depending on the mood of the customer, how long the transaction took, maybe not all F&I products were consumed when the contract was initially signed. But a great service advisor with a great sales track, knowing exactly what the customer purchased, could make all the difference of increasing F&I revenue, customer loyalty, and overall customer satisfaction. But don't take my word for it. Let's see how this company has integrated F&I products into a mobile app to help you wow your customers, earn their loyalty and trust, and to build more revenue.
Hello, my name is Steve Apicella. I'm the CEO of Strategic DX, and today I'm going to be presenting our digital lifecycle solution called Your Dealer Experience. Before I get started, I wanted to thank Brian Pash and the whole PCG team for this great opportunity to illuminate our industry-class solution in consideration of the AWA Awards. As I go through the presentation, I'm going to show specific examples on how we connect the disconnected and fill some critical vacancies that have been longstanding in our industry. But first, I wanted to start with a very simple rhetorical question. Is it the auto retailing industry's mission to only sell a car and maybe a few F&I products, or to also earn a reoccurring customer? Now, obviously, everybody would say the latter is true or desired, but that's not what our industry is earning right now. We're really good at selling cars, whether we have the inventory or not, but we're not really great at retaining customers. Let's take a look at why. Even with the great advancements of solutions like digital retailing, it's focused on selling a car. The associated digital experience related to digital retailing abruptly ends before the point of sale. What does that tell that customer that engaged digitally? It tells them that the transaction and therefore the relationship is over. Let's also look at really critical financial work centers for the dealer, F&I and service. Both have a connection or should have a connection together to support a customer's ownership experience with their selling dealer. If F&I is so critical for the revenue it creates and the retention potential that it has, then why do we leave it up to the micro moment of the F&I menu presentation alone, where there's time and funding and fatigue constraints that lead a customer to not engage all the products that they might otherwise? This is something that we have to take a look at. Our industry is really good at focusing on refining current processes. But what about the ones that are missing? So as I show my smartphone here, in 2022, should a customer have intuitive access to their dealer, to their purchased F&I products, and to all the products they didn't buy right on their smartphone? Let's consider this. F&I products have long been told to help create retention. So when customers buy these products in the F&I environment and it comes time for service, most customers never read their service contract or warranty. They will most of the time intuitively go back into their selling dealer to their service drive. They're greeted by their service advisor and they say, hello, I bought my vehicle here, I bought some protection products, I need service support. Today, service advisors have to ask their customers, what products did you buy from us? Service advisors are ill-equipped for this, what should be a golden retention moment. They may ask, do you have a copy of your warranty with you? Do you know what your warranty is called? Do you know who it's through? And the customer's thinking, time out. I bought this stuff from you. Don't you know? And this is why dealers have to have world-class waiting rooms today to ask their customer to have a seat, have a coffee and a donut on them while that dealer figures out what they sold them. Remember that every dealer is dealing with more than one F&I administrator that's powering their F&I environment. So what we provide is a really simple, frictionless solution. In that same environment, a customer or a service advisor on behalf of a customer simply scans the customer's VIN barcode or enters it in. And then we do a live web call to all the associated F&I administrators to validate, does this customer exist? Do they have active coverage and what is it? So for the first time in our industry, we can show the dealer, service advisor, or customer, here's all the products you purchased, visible in one view on your smartphone, even if they're powered by multiple administrators, dramatically simplifying this engagement moment. But more than just showing what the products are, it includes, here's what the definition of those products are, so the customers and the dealers can educate themselves, the service advisor, to provide proper support. They can also engage in digital claim processing where they don't have to pick up a phone and call a 1-800 number and go through a phone queue, a call hold wait times, and manual claim processing. That's a time suck. And it delays and distracts from the ability for the service advisors to engage with their customers. With our solution, connected by the third-party administrators, we collect all the information very intuitively and very quickly so that all the claim details can be captured and then digitally sent to the third-party administrators where when the first time they receive the claim, all the claim data is in its proper fields in their F&I admin software platform where they can engage and provide prompt, fast service. It's good for the service advisor, it's good for the customer, and yes, it's good for the third-party administrator too. A good deal is only a good deal when it's good for everybody. This one qualifies. In addition, and again, claim types are all claim types. Mechanical claims digitally, yes. Gap claims, yes. Prepaid maintenance claims, yes. Appearance claims, yes. Theft, etc. Anything that exists in the F&I office is supported by our platform, but more intelligently than ever before. Now, here's the next profound thing of our digital innovation stack. If for the first time we can show a customer or service advisor, here's everything that you did buy, we can also very organically and naturally show them everything they didn't buy at the point of sale. So this is capturing missed F&I product sales. Yes, right on a customer's smartphone, where they can see what these products are, they can see the definition of them, and yes, they can even engage them right on their smartphone in 2022. This is so important because F&I revenue shouldn't be left up to just the menu presentation alone. It certainly shouldn't be a spam campaign after the point of vehicle sale where the customer is bombarded with phone solicitations and junk mail, threatening them that if these products aren't purchased, they'll certainly face financial peril. In 2022, that's not the way to connect with a customer. So beyond digital claim processing through multiple administrators in one view, and the ability then by extension to show the dealer or customer everything they didn't buy and provide a digital pathway to do so, we then see some other opportunities that we've also solved. Like, how does a dealer communicate with their customer after the point of sale today? I'm not talking about for F&I, I'm talking about for everything. Phone solicitations, junk mail, whether that's postal or email, or even random text messages. What should this look like in 2022 when most customers consider those pathways of communication minimally annoying and probably fraudulent? Everybody's got a smartphone in their hand today. These were invented in 2007. It's about time we start using them. Push notifications leading to stylized messaging that makes a dynamic connection to the customer and a way to engage them better than ever before. Communicating things like, thanks for buying a vehicle from us. Welcome to the family. We're looking forward to being on this journey with you. Or a service advisor greeting the customer to their family to show them how the dealership can uniquely support them on their ownership journey better than anybody. Or a service drive special, or a community event, or whatever it is the dealer wants to communicate, but in a way in which the customer receives. Beyond dealer messaging, we also have a rewards program. Rewards is brilliant. The transaction goes like this. As a consumer, the more business I do with you, the more points I get. And the more points I get, the more incentive I have to do business with you. In the same unified engagement environment where you can see all your service contracts and warranties and engage with them and purchase service contracts and warranties that were missed at the point of vehicle sale, and to be able to communicate digitally with push notifications, we also have this rewards program. Each one individually is powerful and game-changing, but the real magic, it's in one dealer branded platform. It's called Your Dealer Experience. Digital lifecycle is the goal beyond digital retailing. We'd love to be on this journey with you. Thank you.
I hope you see from this short video that your dealership experience can be improved by automating the ownership of F&I products in the service drive, in the customer's own mobile phone, and to give, well, warranty and service claims faster processing. It's that simple, and I wish I saw this app earlier because I'm going to start telling my dealers about it because I think it's a missing piece in providing and educating consumers in the value of F&I products. If dealers sell them and the only time they hear about them again, the next time they buy a car, I wonder if consumers are doubting their true value. This mobile app helps keep that value proposition through the ownership lifecycle and make it easy for them to see the value in the products that you sell them. So if you want more information, just go to their website with a dash and get a demo scheduled. Wow, 4 days, over 50 products presented to help dealers, OEMs, and agency find new products to operate their businesses more effectively and efficiently. I'm so excited for all the companies that submitted their products this year. And don't forget, the live awards ceremony is March 10th, starting at 6:30 p.m. sharp at the Aria Hotel in Las Vegas. If you would like to attend the live award show, there's only a few tickets left. Over 200 automotive professionals will be jamming that ballroom to see who will take home the prestigious AWA Awards, the Best in Class Awards, and the special Vanguard Awards. You can go to awa.autos to purchase your tickets. Look forward to seeing everyone out at NADA. And if you can't make it this year, use these videos to share with your team to find the best products to help you sell more cars in a digital age. Thanks for watching over these 4 days. Go back and watch them as many times as you like because there's amazing products here that can help your dealership, your OEM, and your agency. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Las Vegas.